Internet access is our modern day pacifier. There's no debate in that. Being able to use our phones on a flight then should be a given. But we're still told to turn off our phones and other devices before departure. Why is that? Is airplane mode still a thing? Even though the world's tech developments have and are making astounding leaps and bounds nowadays, planes seem to remain troubled by passengers having access to the internet in flight. In a world with self-driving cars and drones, can't pilots and planes just do their jobs unhindered? Well, apparently yes, but a plane's navigational equipment shouldn't have to compete for communication, if you ask aviation agencies around the world. According to the article, Why Do You Have to Turn Off Electronic Devices on an Airplane? From Botanica.com. In 2014, the European Aviation Safety Agency announced that electronic devices were not safety risks, but agencies of other countries, such as the FAA of the United States and the Civil Aviation Administration of China, have kept limits in place. As a little tidbit, in China, the user faces the possibility of a short stay in jail and/or several thousands of dollars in fines for violation of this rule. Yikes. I mean, is it that serious? Device signals are likely minor inconveniences, no? That same article states pilot annoyance is most likely the reason why airlines ask people to keep their devices from transmitting during flight. This is because the signals register on their equipment, forcing the pilots, navigators, and radio operators to work harder to read their instruments correctly, and signals are often picked up in their headphones as a muffled beeping sound. The article also addresses how the aircraft's ability to communicate with one another, navigation equipment, collision avoidance equipment, and other forms of avionics would be burdened by our need to entertain those calls and texts we so desire. To quote our source, electronic interference from mobile phone transmissions was implicated in a crash in Switzerland in 2000 and one in New Zealand in 2003. So even though these incidents were some time ago, the agencies in charge are still choosing to err on the side of caution. In any case, to leave you with some positives, here are some great uses for airplane mode you may or may not already be doing. DigitalTrends.com suggests using airplane mode to save battery life, implement a do not disturb mood if you're in need of some quiet time, or limiting international roaming charges. The website also suggests it stops your phone from emitting radiation, though of course most phones release only a tiny amount of radio frequency radiation. BusinessInsider.com lists some awesome uses for airplane mode as well. Number 1, troubleshooting. If you're having trouble with your cellular connection or Wi-Fi, a common and easy fix is to toggle the problematic radio off and back on again, other than rebooting the entire phone. And number 2, saving data. If you are on a metered cellular plan and need to conserve your data, one way to ensure you don't incur an overage fee is to turn on airplane mode. We hope you've learned a thing or two here with us. Until next time, travelers, nerds, and nomads. And remember, a moment to yourself is the richest gift ever.